plastic trim tool. First piece I'm going to take off is the top triangle. Phillips screw right inside this little spot. Now there's a piece of plastic in here, a little rubber piece that protects that. And there's your next Phillips screw. And then you've got a Phillips screw right here in the interior door handle. Now with a trim tool, you go to the side of the panel here and stop popping off the actual connectors. Sometimes you want to lock that. Now from this side, you can see that we have a connector here for the mirror. So we're going to press in on the tab. You can use your tool if you want to. Press in on that tab and pull. And the same with these two. Then we have the actual rod for the door latch. So you're going to push this plastic clip back. There we go. And then you just lift the rod right out. Now we have our insulation covering here. We're going to pull that back. This is just the actual factory sealer. We'll reuse it. Looks good. Next step is we want to support our glass. Now we can use masking tape, body tape. I like to use trim tape, you know, like in your house trim tape. Or if you are set up and you have these suction cups, that's what they're for. It's for glass. It's kind of a big door panel here. The pillar is really wide. Let's see if I can. Let's see if one's enough. I'll put this one over here, actually. All right, so now we have two mounting screws that's going to hold that window regulator, squeezes the glass together. And it's right through here and here. It should be a 10mm socket. So with an extension, I'm going to put a 10mm socket on there. And I'm going to loosen it up. You don't have to take it all the way out. We just want to take the pressure off it. It squeezes it together just like a sandwich. Then we have another one over here. Same 10mm socket. And we'll loosen that up. I hook the main switch back up. Now I can lower the regulator and the glass should stay up. Perfect. I'll shut the key off. And disconnect my panel again. So now that the regulator is down and the glass is up, you can have a clear shot at that external door handle. So now with a screwdriver, I want to undo the two clips that go to the latch for the lock and the opening rod. So that way I can just reach right in here, see if I can pull that off like that. So now I'm going to take the screwdriver and access this white clip. So the good news is the new handle comes with a new white clip because this is pretty common. They get brittle as they get older. But now we have that rod taken off and we can reach up and take the latch, the locking one. Just pull it right out, set those aside. And we need an 8mm socket with an extension. There's 3 mounting bolts and we'll take that out. All right, so there's 2 in the front by the actual rods there, 8mm socket. I'm gonna take these 2 out first. Then we have the third one that's mounting in the rear. And that's okay because the door is like a pocket. You know they're on the bottom. And the last one is right here. So from the outside, now you can grab this handle and pivot it out. So it's going to come out the back side first, then manipulate it here. Sometimes you have to open the handle to get the metal to go past. So you have to transfer over the key lock, which is where the key goes in to unlock the latch. The new one does not come with it because it's not made for your vehicle key-wise. So you just simply get something that you can pry in here. I like to use a door trim tool. I'm just going to pry up, just like that. Now we can discard the old handle. Make sure that is out of the way. That is just going to simply line right up and snap right in, just like that. All right, so now we're going to put the new handle on, and you can see that it has a little hook down here. It's going to go in that spot. So hopefully we can and then bring it back. So once it's seated in, bring it back to the back. So here's a tip for when you're going elongated into spaces you can't get your hand in. Grease or silicone paste on the head of the bolt. Make sure it's where the actual octagon is, where the socket's going to hit. And then put your socket on, wipe off the excess, and you can guide it right in. Put pressure on the outside door handle. I'm not going to tighten it all the way because I want to get my other two mounted. Let's do the back one. Once it starts to get snug, I'm going to take a look from the exterior side to make sure that the handle is seated. Now I can tighten the rest. Okay, ready to put our rods on. All right, so first thing I'm going to do is put on the actual opening rod. So I'm going to line this white clip up. Make sure it's parallel. Once the rod is lined up to the white clip, I like to take a pair of long needle nose and I'm just going to squeeze it right into place until it locks. So now we got to put the last rod in, which is the actual key lock. Just slide it right in there, and then push the pink plastic over, wrap your needle nose, and squeeze. Now, with the key on, we're going to hook the window regulator back up, main switch, and we're going to bring that regulator up so that these pins go right into the glass. This could be a little tricky because you don't want to put your hand in there and operate at the same time, but you definitely want it to guide right up in there because it's got to get onto that glass pinch. Now with that 10mm socket, and we've got those two pieces lined up with the plastic window, squeeze these fingers together. just snug. You don't want to rank on it. Don't use a power tool because that is glass. So now we're going to put the insulation back on. I just put the harness back through the factory spot, and the rod goes way back here. And then just, this actually has to go up over this. Pretty much form where it belongs. Just push down the sealer. Okay, now we're ready to put the panel back on. You're going to want to check for any clips on your panel that might be stuck in the body. We've got one here, one there missing, and one here. So I already took them off the panel. So I'm going to put them back on. It's pretty simple. It's on the first extension, and they just snap right in. The white one goes up here. Okay, now we're going to connect our connectors. There's two harness connectors right down here. Slide them back in. This one goes here. Do the actual mirror connector. So don't forget to hook up your actual interior door rod on the handle so you can actually get out of the car. Line this lock up. There we go. Beautiful. Nice. Now we've got 1, 2, 3 mounting screws that were Phillips head. I'm going to put the handle one in first. And I'll put this one in. Last one. And then there's one last thing, is this little rubber protector that goes in place.